Welcome to the second edition of Troy TV's Radio Theater. Join us as we celebrate the golden age of radio. Grab your friends and family, gather around the radio, and enjoy an era in American history when radio ruled the airwaves. This year, Troy TV brings you 3 brand new stories: The Dead of Night, The Cult, and It's a Typical Life. In The Dead of Night, find out what happens to a group of teenagers when time stops ticking when the sun goes down. Follow Tom and Felix O'Connor on a hunting trip that goes wrong when they enter the sacred ground in The Cult. And It's a Typical Life follows Pete when he finds out what it's really like to never be born. Sit back, tune on the radio, and enjoy Troy TV's Radio Theater.
Mark Jackson and his 4 college friends are headed up to the cabin they rented for the weekend in Maine. They live in New England and are on their spring break. The cabin is in a very isolated location, and there have been stories of how entire families have gone missing in the area and were never found, but nobody knows for sure. There are legends that witches were very prominent in the area in Puritan times, and may have conjured some demon or other satanic entity, and any who come into its territory will be punished severely. Unknowingly, the group continues forward, knowing not what horrors lie ahead.
Well, it isn't much, but we're finally here.
We're staying here?
You're welcome to sleep outside, Steve.
No thanks, Alyssa. It's creepy enough already.
I don't think it's too bad.
Exactly. Hey, Jake, will you help me unload some of this stuff?
Sure thing, Mark.
As the group settles into the cabin, a dark shadow watches from afar, studying every move the group makes. The group, unaware of the shadow's presence, continue on with their tasks and prepare to go swimming at the nearby lake.
That's not funny, Steve.
Oh, come on. I was only kidding.
You know I can't swim very well.
As the group continues to have fun, a shadow observes them from a hidden spot not far from the shore. The shadow turns to leave.
Huh? What's wrong? I could have sworn I just saw someone up by the shore by the tree line.
It's probably nothing. A deer, maybe.
Yeah, you're probably right.
The group continues on as the sun begins to slip behind the horizon.
It's getting pretty dark. We should probably head in.
Yeah, you're probably right.
The group heads inland, back to the cabin. They continue on, unaware they are being watched.
What time is it?
Huh. My watch must be broken. It says 8:17 p.m.
That's weird. Mine says 8:17 too.
What time did the sun go down?
About 8:15. Wait, so all of our watches stopped when the sun went down?
That's weird. What time is it then?
I'm not sure. Well, it's still dark out.
Suddenly, a ball of flames bursts through the window and ignites the cabin in flames.
Everybody, get out!
The group exits the cabin, unaware of the greater threat outside.
Great. How are we supposed to explain this?
I have no idea.
What even was that?
Steve is struck with something and looks down in horror to see an arrow protruding from his chest.
Steve!
Suddenly, a shower of arrows rain down from the tree, shot by an unseen enemy.
Run!
The group all take off in different directions, trying to escape their attackers. Mark is grabbed from behind and turns to come face to face with a hooded man. The man raises a knife to Mark and begins to thrust downwards towards Mark's neck. Just before the blade can hit his neck, the hooded man is struck with an arrow, falling dead to the ground. A gruff-looking man stands before Mark, bow in hand.
Who are you?
This place is cursed. The people who attacked you want nothing more than to hunt and kill you.
You mean there's more of them?
Yes, many more. This is their land. They are a cult of satanic worshippers who are the descendants of witches who lived in this area hundreds of years ago.
Wait, so the legends are true?
Yes, I have been trapped here for 4 years, I think. I have lost count. Once you enter this realm and the sun sets, you are trapped here forever. Time freezes. There is no escaping. I came here with my friends, like you. They're all dead now. But I learned how to survive. This is a hunting ground, Mark. We're the game.
How do you know my name?
It doesn't matter, Mark. All that matters now is that you find your friends and survive.
Dead of Night was written and produced by Dane Doney and used the talents of Andy Garcia as the editor and Kaylee Birch as Foley artist, featuring the voice talents of Dane Doney as Mark and the narrator, Andy Garcia as Jake, Anthony Zykes as Steve, Kaylee Birch as Jess, Danny Bound as Alyssa, and Sid Bowman as the stranger. Sound effects courtesy of freesound.org and the movie Insidious. This has been a Troy TV production.
My name is Thomas O'Connor. I'm a sophomore in the college at Seattle University. I got a full-ride scholarship for hockey, and I'm one of the best in the league. This is the story of how I lost my brother. I was driving through the woods with my brother Felix. He was 13 years old, and he had never gone hunting before, and I was taking him for his first time. We were heading from Seattle to the Cascade Mountains to my favorite hunting spot.
Hey, Tom, you ever killed a bear with a rifle?
Nope, I'm looking for my first one.
My brother was a good kid. He had never done anything bad. Straight A student and also played hockey. He wanted to be like me. I'd do anything to keep him safe because I believe he has a bright future.
Alrighty, we're here.
Wow, it is beautiful.
That's why I love it here.
So we unpacked our things and set up our tents. We made a campfire and cooked some marshmallows. After we ate, we went to bed and got up for some early hunting.
You ready?
Yep, let's go kill a bear.
So we headed off.
I'm gonna move up. Stay fast.
I had found great cover. Bear didn't even know what was coming.
I think you got him. You're damn right I did. Here, come help me. We can't lift him. We're gonna have to go get the truck.
Alright.
I cannot believe I finally killed a bear.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
We had placed a yellow flag on a tree next to the bear so that we could find him easily.
I see the yellow marker.
Where?
2 o'clock.
Alright, I see it too.
So I backed up the truck to where the bear had died, but then I realized the bear wasn't there.
Where'd it go?
I don't know. Look around for a trail of blood.
After about an hour of following the trail, it had stopped.
Well, I guess we're out of luck, Tom.
Man, that blows. I finally get to kill a bear and it goes missing.
Dude, do you hear that chanting?
Yeah. What the hell?
We started to investigate. We had stumbled upon a group of men circled around a fire. They were cooking something. It was my bear. They were wearing long, dark cloaks with hoods on them. I couldn't see their faces, but there was about 9 of them.
Felix. Why?
I had looked around the tree line, and Felix was opposite from me. That's when the man in the cloak appeared behind him.
Felix!
The chanting had stopped. The man had put a bag over Felix's head.
Felix, you're gonna be okay, buddy. Just let him...
3 hours later.
What the hell? Where am I? Felix. Felix!
Felix was laying next to me, and he was still breathing.
What were you boys doing in this part of the woods?
Screw you! You stole my bear.
These parts are off limits.
What are you people doing out here?
We are permitted.
Show me your face!
After I said that, he had started to take off his hood. He was an ugly son of a gun. He looked like his skin was melted. He had gray eyes and his teeth were black.
Oh my god.
He had left the cave after my comment. Now I was alone with Felix. This was the first time I had realized where we were. It was a cave and the walls and floor were covered with blood. I had realized that this was some kind of secret cult and they had kidnapped me. My hands were tied behind my back and my ankles were tied shut. I looked around for something sharp and there was a sharp-ended rock. Maybe I could cut myself free. I had freed myself. Felix was still out cold and I needed to find my gun. They had stolen all of my items, including my wallet. Someone was coming. I had hid behind a big rock, next to the cave entrance.
The big one has escaped!
As soon as he said that, I leaped on his back. I had taken the knife out of his hand and stabbed him in the neck. Now I had a weapon and I could cut Felix free. I had put Felix on my shoulder and escaped out. It was dark and
Hey, get that boy!
I was found. I had ran fast as I could into the darkness, and I had felt a sharp pain in my foot. He had hit me with an arrow. I knew that sound. It was my gun. They were shooting me with my own damn gun.
Tom, what's going on?
We ran for 2 hours and finally lost. Soon enough, we had came across my truck. I couldn't believe it. We finally were able to escape. We didn't even pack. We just found my keys at our campsite and bolted down the mountain.
1 month later.
I'll get it. No!
Hey, bitch.
I was in the shower at the time. He had gotten the door, and then I heard him scream. I ran as fast as I could down to the front yard, searching for anywhere they could have gone, but there was nothing. No scream, no car going down the road, nothing. I knew who took my brother, and I am determined to find him. I grabbed my new shotgun, snatched my keys, and flew out to my truck. Not even 10 minutes later, I was darting up the mountain.
The Cult, written and produced by Anthony Zykes. Edited by Becca Yount. Foley artists were Sid Bowman and Phil Beach. Featuring the voice talents of Mr. Chavez as the cult member, Anthony Zykes as Tom O'Connor, Sid Bowman as Felix O'Connor. Sound effects courtesy of freesound.org. Music courtesy of the Man of Steel soundtrack. This has been a Troy TV production. Bloopers. Hey, get that boy! Hey, get that boy! The big one, Tom, has escaped. This has been a Man of Steel production.
My life pretty much sucks. Or at least, I thought it did, until a certain chain of events changed the way I viewed life, permanently. This is my story. Who am I? Peter Johnson. My story starts where any other story told by a 16-year-old boy would start. High school. Now don't get me wrong, I've never had a problem making friends. I had lots of friends. I just wanted something more. Like any good story, this one revolves around a girl.
Dude, here she comes. Say something to her.
That girl, Rachel Evans, we've been friends for as long as I can remember, but ever since we started high school, things have been different. Hey.
Hi. Okay, well, I'll see you in class.
Lame.
I know, it's ridiculous. We used to be best friends until she became...
Became what?
I don't know, a girl?
I'm pretty sure she's always been a girl.
Yeah, but that never used to matter.
And it still doesn't. She's just a girl. And if I'm not mistaken, I think she likes you too. I'm serious. She lights up whenever she sees you, and you can just tell she's waiting for you to make a move.
You make it sound so easy. Well, in case you haven't noticed, flirting doesn't come so easy to all of us.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know what it's supposed to mean. You're always surrounded by girls and you talk to them so naturally.
Hey, what's up, Claire? Okay, I'll call you later.
See, that's exactly what I mean. Claire has never so much as talked to me before.
Because you never tried talking to her. Pete, you're not a bad-looking guy. You're just awkward. And you weren't always. Remember back in grade school when I was the awkward one? I could hardly look at a girl, let alone talk to one. But you, man, you were always at the center of it all. And I was always jealous, and you took me aside and told me something. Do you remember what you said?
They're just people.
Exactly. They're still just people, but now they're a whole lot more attractive.
I don't know. Sometimes I think it would be easier if I'd never been born. That way I wouldn't have to deal with any of this crap.
Don't say that.
Why not?
You ever seen that old Christmas movie, It's a Wonderful Life? It's black and white, you know? It stars that one guy, Jimmy Stewart. Well, anyway, this guy, he's in a whole lot of trouble There's a warrant out for his arrest for robbing a bank his dad owned or something. I don't know. I haven't seen it in forever. But so this guy wishes that he had never been born, and a little angel guy showed up, and he made it so the guy had never been born, and then his life really sucked.
Well, what'd he do?
He realized his life wasn't so bad in the first place, and the angel set things back to how they used to be.
So did he get arrested?
You know, I can't remember. Well, I gotta go, but the moral of the story, your life is better how it is. I'll see you after class.
Better how it is? Right. Still don't think not being born sounds too bad.
Mr. Johnson, you're late.
Yes, sir.
I hope you have a good reason, Mr. Johnson.
No, sir.
Very well. This being your third unexcused tardy, you will be serving an hour-long detention in my classroom after school.
But, sir...
Don't make it 2. Now take your seat.
Yes, sir. Wish I was never born. Wish I was never born. Wish I never was.
Oh, that's a horrible thing to wish, and for no other reason than a girl.
What the... Who are you?
Why, I'm your angel, of course.
Right. And I'm dreaming.
Well, of course you are. There's no way I could appear to you in broad daylight, although you really shouldn't be sleeping in class.
Whatever. What are you doing here, anyway?
Fulfilling your wish. Your friend tried to warn you, but you did not listen, and now I'm here to make your life miserable.
Yeah, well, get in line.
This is no laughing matter. You have a, well, not exactly wonderful, but a typical life. And you want to throw it all away simply because you suck at talking to girls. I am disgusted.
Whatever.
Fine. You have your wish. You have never been born. Now wake up and get out of my sight.
Ow! The cafeteria? How'd I get here?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know anyone was sitting here.
No, dude, you're fine. Sit down. So, I think I might have amnesia or something. I was in the middle of Mr. Gray's class, and I fell asleep, and the next thing I know, I'm here.
Yeah, you might want to get that checked out.
Yeah, whatever. So I decided to take your advice. From now on, I will no longer be awkward. I will treat girls just like I treat anyone else. Hey, Chris, are you okay? I've never seen you so weird before. Are you slouching? You never slouch.
Okay, listen, dude, I don't know who you are or what you want, but if this is some kind of joke, I would appreciate it if you kindly stop. I don't like being made fun of.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Shut up. I'm sick of being made fun of all the time. I don't know who you are, I've never given you any advice, and I've never even seen you before.
Chris, sit down. You're acting really weird.
No, I won't sit down, and stop calling me Chris.
Why? That's your name, isn't it?
Yes, but I don't know how you know that.
Because I'm your best friend, that's how.
No, you're not. I've never met you before. Just leave me alone.
What are you talking about? It's me, Peter.
Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone.
Is there a problem here?
No, I was just leaving. What's going on here? This is insane.
What seems to be the problem?
Oh, not you. Why don't you just go away and leave me alone?
I can't go away. I'm your guardian angel.
Of course you are. What was up with my friend back there? Why was he acting so weird?
Because you were never born. Your friends didn't recognize you because he'd never met you before.
What are you talking about? I've known Chris since the 3rd grade.
No, you haven't. Because you were never born. That's why he was so awkward.
Say what?
You were never born. So you were never there to teach him not to be awkward. And now, he doesn't have a friend in the world.
That's crazy. Stop talking to me. Just leave me alone. I'll figure this thing out myself.
Very well.
Okay, last place I remember being in was Mr. Gray's classroom. He'd just given me detention. I doubt I'll forget that.
May I help you, son? Are you lost?
No. I was just here to talk to you about my detention after school.
Detention? Are you sure you have the right teacher? I don't recall handing out any detentions today, and I don't believe I have you in any of my classes.
Very funny, Mr. Gray. You yell my name every day.
Let me check the roster. Now, what did you say your name was?
Peter Johnson.
Johnson. I'm sorry, my boy, but you must be mistaken. There's no one by that name in any of my classes. You can exit the same way you entered.
But, sir... No! This is not happening! Is this some sick joke you and Chris are playing and that little angel dude is in on it too? It's gone too far.
Did someone put you up to this? Is this your idea of a practical joke? Because this is not very amusing. I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
No.
Or I will call campus security.
I will not leave until you tell me what's going on. Stay back. Don't touch me. I haven't done anything wrong. Help me. Help me, you stupid angel. I don't know what you just did, but I know it was you. I'm sorry for whatever I said. Just help me. Get me out of this nightmare. I want to be born again. I want to be born again.
Mr. Johnson.
I want to be born again.
Mr. Johnson.
I want to be born again. I want to be born again.
Mr. Johnson!
Huh? I want to be born again!
Very amusing, Mr. Johnson. If I didn't know any better, I'd say...
What'd you say?
Well, I was just about to lengthen your detention.
No, before that. Did you say my name? Do you know me, Mr. Gray?
Of course I know you. You're the pain in my neck that I've been teaching for 3 years. You will be joining me after school for a 2-hour detention.
Yes, detention. I've never been so happy. Thank you, Mr. Gray. I'll be right over for that detention. But first I have to go talk to a friend. Hi, how are you? Good morning. Chris!
What are you doing, man? I'm in the middle of class.
Say my name, Chris. Say my name.
Peter?
Thank you. Thank you. I'll call you after school.
Where are you going?
To serve detention. Isn't it great?
Yeah, whatever. Have fun, I guess.
This has been a recording of It's a Typical Life, written and produced by John Mabey, edited by Danny Bown. Foley artists were Alec Myers and Danny Bown, featuring the vocal talents of Michael Mooney as Peter, Alec Myers as Chris, Danny Bown as Rachel, Jeffrey Chavez as Mr. Gray, and Sid Bowman as Clarence. Sound effects were courtesy of CMU 100 and music courtesy of Survivor. This has been a Troy TV production.